Ofentse, a very good morning to you. It seems a bit quiet where you are this morning. What is the latest?
Thank you very much, Desiree. Actually, earlier on, we were in the city center right outside Tshwane House, where most of the employees of the city of Tshwane were actually protesting and picketing outside. But when we spoke to their leadership, they were saying that no, actually, the workers were not protesting, but in fact, they were out there waiting to gain entrance to their workplaces. But unfortunately, because it was locked, that's when they decided to picket outside. But they also assembled outside so that they can get feedback following an engagement between SAMWU and the city of Tshwane. Desiree?
So today the parties are engaging at the bargaining council. What is it looking like? Is it looking good for SAMWU in terms of the demands they have made?
Thank you very much. Well, actually, to elaborate a bit further on that, I am joined by the city spokesperson, Omogolo, who's actually going to elaborate that. Omogolo, I just want us to backtrack a bit. Just tell us where this conflict actually started with the 18%. We understand that senior management got the 18% pay increase, but the general staff seem to have been left out. Can you elaborate on that?
Indeed, I can do that. So where the issue about the 18% increase emanates from was that the city went into a negotiation with some 64 senior managers of ours, and they reworked their contract so that they could forfeit their benefits in exchange for that 18% increase. And that was permissible because their category of what they earn allows them, where they're banded, allows for them to do that. That means that employees from director level going down, they wouldn't be allowed to do the same thing.
Okay, and it's day 3 and it seems the workers are not letting up until their demands are actually met. So in terms of the deliberations happening inside, how is it going?
Well, I haven't been inside. I'm not allowed to be there. But, what the city is really hoping for is to end the strike and to arrive to a conclusion that can please everyone. It is unfortunate that we are now on day 3. The city yesterday did acquire an interdict to end the strike, and yet we are still in the same position. But we're really hoping that the unions will walk into this negotiation with good faith so that we can stabilize the city and return to normalcy.
Speaking of negotiating in good faith, I mean, you were saying yourself that deliberations are happening here at the bargaining council, but there is still a picket outside your offices, which is the Tshwane House. How do you see this? Do you see it as negotiating in bad faith?
I would say we're in a far better position than what we were in yesterday. If you have been to Tshwane House now, you will see that the buses have been cleared. There's cleaning operations that are currently happening. The numbers are a bit less in terms of the number of people who are outside who were picketing compared to the previous days. So it is unfortunate that we're in this situation, but we are hoping that we can walk out of this bargaining council meeting with, a plan of action to move forward and to put this impasse behind us.
And there's also some essential services that are being affected, like the issuing of licenses, license discs, and the likes. Do you have, as the city, a contingency measure to ensure that essential services are not affected?
What the city has done is that there's an ongoing assessment throughout the day since yesterday that we started doing on key infrastructure. So that includes sewage areas where service delivery ought to be delivered, and we are employing more people. So wherever offices have been shut down, we are sending other employees to different areas so that they can make up for the loss of the work that we cannot get done.
Thank you very much. That was the city of Tshwane spokesperson actually saying that contingency measures are actually in place to ensure that essential services are actually not affected. With that, back to studio.
Ofentse, thank you so much for that update, and we'll be eagerly awaiting the outcome of those negotiations. With that, let's remind you of our top stories this morning.
Ever since she started entertaining certain complaints, there have been attempts to discredit her, and then we have listed all of those in a statement that we issued last night.
The Office of the Public Protector saying powerful people are behind the latest Gupta link allegations involving advocate Tshwane. Timothy Omotosho has already arrived in court with co-accused to appear once again.